Before I continue last night Dhamma talk, I would like to share 3 questions and 3 answers with you from the book named Interview with Mahasi Sayadaw. Number 1 question. Venerable Mahasi Sayadaw, did you have full faith in Satipatthana Vipassana practice when you started it? No, I frankly didn't. I did not initially have full faith in it, so I don't blame anybody for not having faith in the practice before they start it. It is only because they have little or no experience of it. In 1931, when I was in my 8th Vasa monastic year in terms of seniority, much to my curiosity and confusion, a meditation master called Mengon Zedong Sayadaw was teaching. Note going when going. Note standing when standing. Note sitting when sitting. Note lying when lying. Note bending when bending. Note stretching when stretching. Note eating when eating. I got confused by the fact that there was no object to observe in the ultimate sense, such as mind and body, impermanence, suffering, and egolessness. But I gave it some consideration and thought, how strange the way Sayadaw teaches. I am sure he is highly learned in his teaching from his own experience. It may be too early for me to decide whether it is good or bad before I myself practice it. Thus, I started to practice with him. Number 2 question. Venerable Mahasi Sayadaw, could you explain the meaning of Satipatthana? Satipatthana means mindfulness, or in another context, remembering constantly what one is supposed to remember to note without fear are all the physical sensations, mental or general phenomena, the moment they occur to him or her. Number 3 question. Venerable Mahasi Sayadaw, I believe you made very fast progress in your practice, arousing one insight knowledge after another. Didn't you? No, I didn't. I could not appreciate the practice 3 or 4 weeks after I had started, because I did not yet exercise enough effort. Some of the yogis here, however, even though the practice is new to them, manage to develop enough concentration and mindfulness after a week or so to see impermanence, suffering, and insubstantiality to some extent. For me, I could not make any remarkable progress in the practice even after a month or so, let alone 4 or 5 days. I was then still at zero progress in my practice. That is because my faith in the practice was not strong enough, and I did not make enough effort. At this point, skeptical doubt called Vicikiccha usually hinders the insight knowledge in Magga-phala from taking place. So it is very important to do away with such doubt. I was wasting my time by mistaking the skeptical doubt for productive analysis. I thought it was only a conventional or conceptual way of practice, and not in the ultimate sense that one observes objects such as going, bending, stretching, etc. The Venerable Sayadaw taught me in that way as a basic training. Perhaps later he will teach me how to distinguish between mind and body, etc. Later on, while continuing with this practice, I spontaneously realized, wow, this is not just a basic training, but noting physical and mental activity like going, bending, stretching, etc. are also intermediate or advanced instructions too. These are all I need to observe, nothing else. After 3 questions and answers, I will continue last night Dhamma talk. The function of the air element is moving. It moves from place to place when it is strong. It is the air element that makes the body bend, stretch, sit, rise, go or come. Those unpracticed in insight meditation often say, If you note bending stretching, only concepts like arms will appear to you. If you note left, right, only concept like legs will appear to you. If you note rising, falling, only concepts like the abdomen will appear to you. This may be true to some of the beginners, but it is not true to think that the concepts will keep coming up. Both concepts in reality appear to the beginner. Some people instruct the beginners to meditate on realities only. It is impossible to forget concepts. Is quite impracticable in the beginning. What is practicable is to observe concepts combined with realities. The Buddha himself used the language of concepts and told us to be aware, I am walking, etc. when we walk, bend, or stretch. He did not use the language of realities and tell us to be aware, it is supporting, moving, etc. Although you meditate using the language of concepts like walking, bending, stretching, as your mindfulness and concentration grow stronger, all the concepts disappear, and only the realities like support and moving appear to you. When you reach the stage of the knowledge of dissolution, although you meditate, walking, neither the legs nor the body appear to you. Only the successive movements are there. Although you meditate, bending, there will not be any arms or legs, only the movement. Although you meditate, rising, falling, there will be no image of the abdomen or the body, only the movement out and in. These, as well as swaying, are functions of the air element. What appears to be conveying to the meditator's mind is the manifestation of the air element. When you bend or stretch your arm, it appears something is drawing it in or pushing it out. It is plainer when walking. To the meditator whose concentration has grown sharper by noting, walking, right step, left step, lifting, moving forward, putting down. This moving forward, as if being driven by something from behind, becomes quite plain. The legs seem to be pushing forward of their own accord. How they move forward without the meditator making any effort is very plain to him. It is so good walking noting like this that some spent a lot of time in it. So, when you meditate on the air element, you should know it by way of its characteristic of supporting, its function of moving, in its manifestation of conveying. Only then is your knowledge right, and as it should be. You may ask, are we to meditate only after learning the characteristics, functions, and manifestations? No, you need not learn them. If you meditate on the rising mind and matter, you know the characteristics, the functions, and the manifestations as well. There is no other way than knowing by way of characteristics, functions, and manifestations when you meditate on the rising mind and matter. When you look up to the sky on a rainy day, you see a flash of lightning. This bright light is the characteristic of lightning. As lightning flashes, darkness is dispelled. This dispelling of darkness is the function of lightning, its work. You also see what it is like, whether it is long, short, a curve, a circle, straight, or vast. You see its characteristic, its function, its manifestation, all at once. Only you may not be able to say that brightness is its characteristic, dispelling of darkness is its function, or its shape or outline is its manifestation. But you see them all the same. In the same way, when you meditate on the rising mind and matter, you know its characteristic, its function, its manifestation, everything. You need not learn them. Some learned persons think that you have to learn them before you meditate. Not so. What you learn are only named concepts, not realities. The meditator who is contemplating the rising mind and matter, knows them as if he were touching them with his own hands. He need not learn about them. If there is the elephant before your very eyes, you need not look at the picture of an elephant. The meditator who is meditating on the rising and falling of the abdomen knows the firmness or laxity thereof is characteristic. He knows the moving in or out is function. He also knows is bringing in and pushing out is manifestation. If he knows these things as they really are, does he need to learn about them? Not if he wants the realization for himself, but if he wants to preach to others, he will need to learn about them. When you meditate, right step, left step, you know the tenseness in every step is characteristic. You know the moving about is function, and you know its conveying is manifestation. This is proper knowledge, the right knowledge. The question now arises, what do we meditate on? The grasping aggregates for, and with regard to time, at what time do we meditate? When they are gone, or before they come up, or when they arise? What do we meditate for? Do we meditate on the aggregates of grasping for worldly wealth, for relief from illness, for the clairvoyance, for levitation in such supernatural powers? Insight meditation aims at none of these. There have been cases of people who were cured of serious illness as a result of meditation practice. In the days of the Buddha, persons who got perfected through insight meditation had supernatural powers. People today may have such powers if they get perfected, but fulfillment of these powers is not the basic aim of insight meditation. Shall we meditate on phenomena past and gone? Shall we meditate on phenomena not yet come? Shall we meditate on the present phenomena? Or shall we meditate on phenomena which are neither past, future, nor present? but which we can imagine as we have read about them in books. The answer to these questions is we meditate not to grasp, and we meditate on what is arising. Yes, people not practiced in meditation grasp at the arising mind and matter every time they see, hear, touch, or become aware of. They grasp at them with craving, being pleased with them. They grasp at them with wrong views, taking them as permanent, heavy, the I or the ego. We meditate in order not to let these graspings arise, to be free from them. This is the basic aim of insight meditation. And we meditate on what is arising. We do not meditate on things past, future, or indefinite in time. Here, we are speaking of practical insight meditation. In inferential meditation, we do meditate on things past, future, and indefinite in time. Let me explain. Insight meditation is of two kinds, practical and inferential. The knowledge you gain by meditating on what actually arises by way of intrinsic characteristics and individual characteristics such as impermanence is practical insight. From this practical knowledge, you infer the impermanence, suffering, and non-self of things, past and future, things you have not experienced. This is inferential insight. The meditator who meditates on whatever arises as it arises sees how everything arises and passes away, and it becomes clear to him how everything is impermanent, suffering, and non-self. He knows this for himself, not because a teacher has explained it to him. This only is the real knowledge.
Sa